A decade ago, if someone would have told me the things that I'm about to tell you, it would have saved me years of trial and error and experimentation when it comes to getting fit. We live in the information age, and while there's tons of amazing information out there, it takes a lot of work to sift through all the information and find what's objectively valuable. I'm not a doctor, but here are some things that I've tested on myself that I've found work very well. In this short video, I want to plant as many seeds of accurate information and pack in as much value as I can. If you're just starting out on your fitness journey, or maybe been running around in circles chasing the latest fads and need some clarity, then keep watching. I'll also dispel a few fitness myths that might be holding you back. There's going to be a good bit of information in this video, so feel free to rewind and re-listen if you need to. I'll also answer whatever I can in the comments section, so feel free to ask any questions. So let's get started. Number 1. This is my opinion, but I believe that cutting calories to lose body fat should be the priority of a majority of people. I think most people's goal is to have an impressive aesthetic physique. When I go to the gym and look around, there's plenty of strong, fluffy guys, but it's very rare that I actually see someone that has an impressive, lean physique. Think of Brad Pitt in Fight Club. I believe he only weighed 155 pounds at 5'11". A lot of people, both men and women, arguably say that that's one of the best physiques. The next level of that would be his physique in Troy, where I believe he weighed around 180 pounds. The reason I'm against any extreme bulking where you get above 17% body fat is because those seasons of having that substantial layer of fat can affect your daily health, how you feel from day to day, and also your confidence. I really think you'll enjoy the journey a lot more if you're able to stay lean a majority of it. It takes a lot of time and patience to begin with to get lean, so once you're there, bouncing between bulking and cutting can be exhausting. Believe me, I've done it, and it sucks. So now over the past year or so, I've just been maintaining my weight, and if I could go back, I definitely would have leaned down once and then stayed there. Then just been content with building muscle slowly over time, month by month, year by year. The funny thing is, in most cases, if someone is eating at around maintenance calories, really they're probably in a slight surplus. It's hard to be 100% accurate with tracking your calories, so the chances that every single day you're eating right at maintenance is unlikely. You don't need to be in much of a surplus at all if you're trying to build muscle. And the funny thing is, as a beginner, you can build muscle and burn fat at the same time. One of the best positions to be in is to be a beginner with maybe some excess fat stores and little to no muscle. And if done properly, you'll gain more muscle in this time than you will at any point in your fitness journey. So take advantage of the newbie gains. As far as what diet you decide to adopt, whether it's vegan, carnivore, keto, it doesn't really matter as long as you're hitting your calories and protein and you feel good. As long as it's sustainable and enjoyable for you, then you're golden. So to calculate your maintenance calories, there's tons of maintenance calculators on the internet. You can just Google it. A quick way to get you started is to take your body weight and multiply it by 15. That'll give you a good starting point. So say if your maintenance is 2,700 calories a day, you'll want to do 2,200 a day. This will allow you to burn about 1 pound of body fat per week. Now, if you're extremely obese and you calculate your maintenance and it's saying like 4,000 calories to maintain, you can go into a much deeper deficit until you get to a lower body fat. And then once it starts to get really tough, then you'll want to make it more about a 500 calorie deficit. But when you're starting out, you have so many fat stores that your body is primed to just lose body fat really quick, and those fat stores will give you the energy you need. You might feel like garbage the first few weeks as your body gets used to burning that body fat, but once you do, then you'll just be locked in. Do more research on the idea of burning more calories than you're consuming. That is the end-all be-all for losing body fat. Unfortunately, you can't choose where you burn body fat first. That's one of the fitness myths of spot reducing that has been debunked long ago. And typically the last place that you lose body fat is on your midsection for men, which is unfortunate. So abs will usually show last, and for women it's usually thighs and butt. Number 2, adopt some kind of nutritional protocol like intermittent fasting or high volume, low calorie meals. This will simplify hitting the correct amount of calories. Go down the rabbit trail of this. You can look up Kino Body for intermittent fasting. His whole philosophy is you don't eat the first half of the day, you drink black coffee, you stay focused on your work. And then once you adapt to that, hitting your calories is really easy. You can eat a big dinner in the evening and a snack, and it's It's pretty straightforward. For the low calorie, high volume meals, look up Greg Doucette. He has a whole cookbook where you can make things like French toast and pizza, and it's low calorie, it's very satiating, and it helps you lose body fat very easily. Either of these can make the process a lot easier depending on what season of life you're in. In my opinion, they're both enjoyable and both sustainable. Currently, I'm just doing the high volume, low calorie meals, and I love it. If I need to stay focused for a long period of time or have a lot of projects, then I'll do intermittent fasting. It's nice to not have to think about food or making breakfast in the morning. Just make sure whatever approach you take, you're getting the right amount of protein. You want to get 0.8 grams of protein per pound of lean body mass. So if you weigh 200 pounds and at your leanest, you're probably at about 150 where you don't have a bunch of body fat, then you want to get 0.8 grams times 150. It's just important to choose what you genuinely enjoy and what's sustainable for you over a long period of time. And number 3, I want to just quickly talk about supplements. A lot of people get hung up on supplements. For the most part, they're not that important. The only 2 supplements that I've really found useful is creatine monohydrate. It helps you just get that extra rep in the gym. It helps saturate your muscles with water so they're a little bit fuller. And caffeine for a pre-workout. Really any pre-workout is fine. I just prefer not to have pre-workouts with tons of ingredients, so oftentimes I'll just drink black coffee before my workout. Number 4 is focus on strength in the gym. So for your compound lifts, whether it's bench pressing or squat, just make sure week by week you're getting a little bit stronger. Even if it's 2.5 pounds, 5 pounds, if you're getting stronger in the gym week over week, then you're gaining muscle. Where a lot of people get stuck is they're doing the same routine every week, doing the same amount of weight, and they're never pushing themselves. So if you're benching 135 pounds for 10 reps, then go up a little bit. Go to 145 pounds, try to get it 8 reps. You want to keep pushing that strength as often as you can, because as you get stronger, you inevitably will be building muscle, and that's a great marker for progress. And when you're in the gym lifting, try to be honest with yourself. I see a lot of people doing 8 to 10 reps, and I could tell that they had like 5 or 6 more reps in the tank. Push, grit your teeth, make sure it's difficult enough so that way you're making progress. Number 5 involves cardio. So I hate cardio, I hate running. One of the best forms of cardio is walking. The reason I love walking is because I can do as much as I want and it doesn't increase my appetite. If I run 2 miles, afterwards I feel like eating something. If I walk 2 miles, I feel exactly the same. I feel relaxed and I'm burning the same amount of calories. The only downside is the amount of time that it takes to walk. It does take a while to get all those steps in. I try to get at least a minimum 10,000 steps a day, maximum 20,000 steps. But when I'm walking, I'll be listening to podcasts, I'll make the phone calls that I need to make, and sometimes I'll even write things in my notes on my phone. Overall, I would just recommend integrating walking into your daily life and into your daily routine, and just use it as a productive time to make phone calls, listen to audiobooks. It can even be a good form of meditation. And if you made it to the end here, a bonus tip for you is don't try and hit the gym every single day, because that can cause burnout. It would honestly be better to only hit the gym 2 or 3 times a week if you can sustain it and make it a part of your routine for the rest of your life versus feeling like you have to go 7 days a week. And arguably, it might even be better because the amount of rest time that you'll get will make sure that every time you hit the gym, you can go hard and use your full strength. I would much rather you go just 3 days a week and give it your all, push, make sure you're making progress, than to have the ego metric of going 7 days a week. And that's it for this video. Obviously, I could expand on any of these topics, but I wanted to keep it short just to get things rolling for you, give you some things that you can research more. These are all things that if I would have focused on early on, I think I would have made progress way faster. Please like and subscribe and let me know if you have any questions. Just spam them in the comments, and thank you for watching.